All right, all right. What it is, what it is, what it is. This is your boy Hip Hop Karma. You are tuned into the Random Podcast Show. Tonight I have a special guest. My special guest is, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, sir?
What's happening with your Ocean Side? This your boy Young Get. He, she, CC.
There he is, man. How you been, man? How you living?
I'm good, man. Health is good. I'm doing all right for the moment. And yourself?
Good, man. Man, you look the same since I met you a long time ago, man. You looking good, bro. Good shit, man.
Good looking, good
Yes,
looking.
sir. So, where'd you get your name from, man? Where'd that come from?
Oh, man, it's a nickname from a nickname. You know, it's pretty much when I was younger, they called me Young Get Down. So, you know, I started doing this rap music thing. And just out of my character and how I am, it kind of went to Get. People call me Get. And then the Giddy is something I put in, something like a little rap I said one time, and I said it Giddy, and you know, it kind of kept with me.
Got you.
So probably out there in New York, that's where they really started
Talking
hitting
like
me with the Giddy thing. You know what I mean? Out here, yeah, that was get down out there.
So
Giddy.
what were you doing out there in New York?
I took a little. I was staying with somebody out in Long Beach,
Okay.
and then I was like, I need to get up out of here for a minute. You know what I mean? I'm gonna come back. I had family out there.
Okay.
So I shot out there to go see my pops and my bro and them. I stayed for a week, ended up staying for like 5 years.
Shit.
On the set, shit like that, yeah.
Okay.
So, because I never been out there before.
Right.
You know, and my family out there, they Puerto Rican.
Okay.
So
okay.
it's a whole nother side. It's a whole nother world. I ain't never seen nothing like this. And, you know, I went out there, like I said, for a week. My brother got into some shit, and then I got into some shit, and then not too bad, no jail, nothing like that, just more of family issues.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
You know, I ended up moving in with a little chick like the first week I was out there.
Damn.
And she was the chick that was standing on top of this little dude that I used to buy my trees from.
Oh,
you
wow.
Know what I mean? Yeah,
wow.
it was the craziest thing how it happened. But then by me doing that, next door was a chick who actually do music, and then I started messing with them. Then I met some cats called the Fam Click on Hart Street, and that just from then on, it was music every day.
So is that where you actually started doing music? Was on the East Coast? When you found music?
Yeah. Nah, I found the music out here with my uncle. I got an uncle by the name of Pooh. He rest in peace now. But
Okay.
he kind of he put me on to my music when young. Like he kind of like what I am back when he was young.
Okay.
He really wanted to rap, you know, doing talent shows and all of this. And, you know, so as I got older, he used to always have like a karaoke box.
Got you. Okay.
You know,
okay.
little cassette box, and a bunch of nephews and cousins, we'll all come over and we would rap. I kind of took it a little bit more serious.
Damn.
Like
okay.
I would watch him and be like, how the hell he do that? I thought it was amazing. He room full of posters of all the rappers, Run DMs, all the old school ones. You know what I mean? All old school. He fill us in on this rapper's this and this rapper. It was him that kind of
gave you the whole background of it.
He
and
under dig it. But out here we was gang banging.
Right.
So even though it was cool to rap, it was more of nobody I knew was rapping. Not like that, like where they trying to pursue it. We'll rap on the block and play around and shit like that, but I wasn't no thought in my mind of I'm gonna try to be a rapper till I went to New York.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah.
When you got to go out to New York, was it a whole different rap scene and a whole different like vibe to the music that you do on the West Coast? Going out to the New York and shit.
All the way. I didn't know nothing about New York lingo.
Right.
So at this time I'm full on Tupac.
Oh yeah. Oh shit.
I'm full on Tupac.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what I mean? Yeah, and this is probably this 98.
Oh.
98, 99, and so I'm
the hottest part of it.
You under dig it.
Yeah.
I'm a gangbanger. You know what I mean? And not that I didn't care about East Coast, West Coast beef, because if I didn't know you, I didn't beef with you. I took beef like that as a kid. Even if you from a different set, I didn't beef with you unless something happened.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm one of those. I don't just, jump at niggas that ain't, got homies that do that.
Right.
But yeah, the dig it. Yeah. But as far as East Coast, when I went out there, it wasn't a thought in my mind like these dudes ain't gonna like me. It was, to me, that's music. I don't care. Like, the dig it. So, but when I went out there and heard how they talk and how they bounce, they music. Like out here, we don't bounce our music. We just kind of tell a story.
Smooth,
and it's laid back. When out there, they have, at this time, it was DMX, Jay-Z, Biggie, still the biggest damn thing. You know what I mean?
Right.
You Busta Rhymes and Nas, and like these are guys that I never listened to on the West Coast.
Right.
Because we had our Ice Cube and our Snoop Dogs and our Dr. Dre's, and we had our classics ourselves.
Right.
So going out there at first, my brothers, they was on it. Like I said, I had brothers out there.
Yeah.
So they would play me like, get this dope. To me, I already knew how to rap, so I was listening to them and be like, how did they make their cadence go that way?
Right.
Like that, confusing the shit out of me.
Right.
You know what I mean? So We was still, but I already knew how to freestyle.
How
and
did
shit like that.
how did you embrace that because the rappers that you did mention weren't like your typical East Coast rappers, your DMX and your Busta Rhymes and stuff like that. But then you have like the Wu Tangs and the Philosophers and Tasaloskis and da 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 da.
Yeah.
Did you ever listen to that kind of East Coast rap, or were you more into the kind of more turned up, more hype East Coast rap?
It was more to be God honest, truthful, no disrespect to Wu Tang and nothing like that. I fucks with certain artists in the Wu Tang, but I wasn't a Wu Tang fan.
Right.
Like
I hear
you
you.
know, as far as how they went. Like
I
I
hear
know some people they die hard and all. Me, they cadence was a cadence that was it got lost in my rap.
Right.
Like I never
Right.
caught on to how they did it and what they did. But you got people like Jada Kiss. The Locks,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
style was a style I never heard. It got an extra bounce to it, like an extra. How the hell they do that? Then you
Right.
got Jay-Z, he did some shit kind of like Biggie. It's the way they do it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
Wu-Tang style never kind of, I never wanted to learn it. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right,
No
right.
disrespect. I
Right,
just
right.
didn't want to.
It just
Yeah.
wasn't your style.
Yeah, exactly. That just felt too New York.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if I was to rap anything like Wu-Tang, it sounds like New York
Right.
to me. That is New York to me.
Right.
You know, yeah. So, but Jay-Z and them, they sounded worldwide. They like mixed their shit.
Right.
whereas, yeah.
It almost sounded like DMX. It was weird because when DMX came out, I almost felt like he was like almost like a West Coast, East Coast rapper because he had like
Yeah.
a West Coast cadence and he wasn't really too technical with his words and I could still understand what the fuck he's saying. He got straight to the point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He was
right.
dope.
They compared him to Pac. That's why,
yeah,
you know, because
yeah.
he told the stories and shit
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, which I related to, you know, because California, that's what we do.
So when you were out here rocking with your uncle and you guys were cousins and growing up and stuff like that, did you ever really get onto the mic or was it when you went to the East Coast that your cousin put you on a microphone?
Yeah, no, my uncle, he had a little karaoke box.
But I'm
So-
saying like to record and like hear your voice back.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
Oh,
he got,
okay.
he got the cassette tapes and everything.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you could play it back and listen to the shit.
Yeah, my grandma got them at her house.
shut
Yeah, it's
the
the crazy.
fuck up.
Yeah, if anything,
You still got 'em?
My grandma got them. Yeah, she got them in his
What?
room. His whole room still look the same. He rest in peace now. You know, it's
That's
been a couple
dope.
years, but you know, ain't nobody else moving in that house. My
Right.
grandma old. You know what I mean? So I go over there. He got a whole the same karaoke that we used to rap on when I was a little kid, 7, 8 years old. It's still in his room. All his cassette tapes, all his. I could pull all his old shit out and I pop it in. I play it. You know. So
Wow.
it's a good. I mean, that's that part of the game keep me where you know grounded as far as because you know I didn't succeed in this music stuff the way I wanted to, and I
Right.
know I could, but that part right there, I go back. You know, it's a feeling that you get when you in that room, and I hear it back, and now it's time to go to a studio. You know, it's a crazy feeling. You
So
know,
so listening to that stuff, is that what made you hungry when you first heard yourself on that tape? Was you like, I'm a fucking rapper now. I want to do this shit, or were you still like kind of playing with it a little bit and like
Yeah.
figuring it out?
listening to myself. I mean, I couldn't tell you what I was feeling back when I was younger.
Yeah.
But listening to myself now, I could see I was playing. I
Yeah.
was playing, but I was saying a lot of stuff that was happening.
Yeah.
As I started getting 12, 13, 14. I mean, he got years of tapes of me. Like
Damn.
years and years. And where I wasn't even trying to be a rapper, but that's why I knew I was good. Because I listened to these tapes and be like, my brother rap, my cousin rap. And then when I go, "Hey, this dude sound pretty good." You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like so,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why I got, you know, this extra talent that I sound. People think I'm a little, you know, doper than the average guy. I ain't no doper than nobody, but you know,
Did you ever come into the game like a group with your cousin or anybody, or were you just solo artist when you kind of came into the game?
as far as I fucked around with this crew called the Fam Click.
Okay, the
My
Fam
dude,
Club.
yeah, out there on Hart Street in Brooklyn. That was
Okay.
kind of like the first group that I ever, you know, kind of they gave me the contract. I never signed the contract, but I fucked with them. There was my peoples
Yeah.
recorded me. I did shows with them. You know, it's a bunch of them. You know what I mean?
Was your first time doing a show on the East Coast?
Yeah, that was the first time.
Oh,
And my
shit.
first video was on the East Coast. It's
Oh,
on YouTube.
shit.
Yeah, I linked up with my dude True Life, man. He was from the Lower East Side. He had signed with Rockefeller. And he got in
That
trouble.
True Life?
Yeah, that's my boy. Yeah, he
Oh,
was
shit.
he in my video. If you look up Young Phenomenon, that was my first video I ever shot in New York.
Wow.
He actually knew I had got a manager by the name of AD. She rest in peace now too. And she actually knew them. She knew all the Lower East Siders and all Fat Joe, and she knew a gang of people
Wow.
in the game. It kind of kept me in New York. I kept saying I'm gonna
That's
come
why.
back.
That's
Yeah,
why
I'm
your
a-
ass stuck out there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then you know they kind of liked the way I rapped and shit, so they was giving me major props. And I kept telling her I'm gonna go back to Cali. I'm gonna go back, and she'd be like, "Yeah, I got this for you. I got this for you." And I'd be like, "Oh shit, it might happen.
Yeah.
Oh shit, it might happen." And then
Yeah.
you know certain people started knowing me, and True Life came to that video, and I'm like, "This dude just got signed to Rockefeller."
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
this, and he super lean. We boys now. That's my dude. I'm good. You know what's happening with you, True? It's your boy Young Get. You
Yeah.
dig it? So, but
How was that? How was that being in a situation where like you kind of hearing about this guy getting signed by Rockefeller and now he's coming over to fucking kick it? oh shit, this
It
guy's-
was major to me.
Yeah.
It was major. I already knew who he was. I fuck with his music.
Hell yeah.
At this time, they was beefing with Dipset.
Yeah.
So the Cameron and them was going at Jay-Z real hard. And
Yeah.
Jay-Z, he was getting his little squad together, I guess, and that's who he picked. He had picked this dude, True Life, and gave him his own little title. It was Rock La Familia.
Yeah.
That was going to be his own little, and they was going hard on Dipset. He was letting them do it. You know what I mean? All
Yeah.
them do it. So True was on one. True was on one. He
Damn.
wasn't no blood or crip or nothing like that. He a hustling goon nigga.
Yeah.
All the Dipset dudes was all bloods. So it just so happened I'm a crip. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when he met me, he was going at the bloods because of Dipset, but they not gangbangers. So I felt you a crip and I don't like them and I don't give a fuck about none of y'all, but since you fucking with A and you a crip, I'll let you in my circle.
Right.
Because he let me in his circle and I got to know all his peoples. They ain't have to do that. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I'm a crip. If they was beefing with Dipset and Dipset was crips, they probably wouldn't have fucked with me.
Right.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Right.
So
Right.
it was some shit like that.
So when you come back to California now, you've had a pretty fucking major experience on the East Coast. You've had a major video shoot with an artist that's fucking signed to The Rock.
Yeah.
You're now doing your show. Where was your first show at on the East Coast? Remember
First show.
that?
It was in Manhattan.
It was Manhattan?
Yeah, it was in Manhattan, and it was like a restaurant. I remember they was eating lobster and shit all on the
Sheesh.
tables. It was dark in there. I forget the name of the club.
Okay.
My pops came. I remember my pops
Hell
came.
yeah.
Yeah, and they was eating in the cut, and we was on stage, and they had lobster and champagnes and shit. I forget the name of the club,
Damn,
but
that's tight.
it was my boy's dad. My boy Black Storm, his dad, like believed in his son, so
Okay.
bought him all kind of equipment and shit. Before I even knew what a studio and all of this was,
Yeah.
he had an exclusive studio. Like
Wow.
he had the whole 52 track board and the Mac Tower thing,
Right,
and
right.
he already knew how to produce and everything. And we
Damn.
was kids at this time, so when I came around him, it was about 15, 20 of them.
So were you in high school when you were out there, or you past high school when you go out there?
I'm out of high school.
You're out of high school,
Yeah,
you
I'm
out
out of
there.
high school.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
I went to like 10th grade. Then I started getting in trouble. Then I
Gotcha.
went to juvenile hall and shit, and went to Job Corps.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and the day from Job Corps went to Long Beach. From Long Beach went to New
New
York.
York.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
some shit
gotcha.
like that. Yeah.
Okay. So when you come back now, is your taste of music a little different now that you have a little taste of New York? Are you kind of feeling like, hey, I'm coming here with a new fresh outlook on the music thing? Or are you kind of coming back with a little West Coast? I've kind of missed this sound type of thing.
When I came back,
Yeah.
as far as what I wanted to listen to.
Well, as far as your influence and what you're writing and shit, like, are you coming back listening to DMX, or are you like, I'm
yeah.
back over here, let me pop in Snoop now?
Oh no, I kind of I left like all West Coast music alone. I
Yeah.
fell in love with it.
Gotcha.
I fell in love with their music and what they do, how they do it, and to me, it was a growth thing. Like
Gotcha.
I'm with the growth thing. You know what I
Gotcha.
mean? So
Yeah.
I love what the new artists is doing now. The
Yeah.
beats, how they change, and that whole mumble rap they talk. I don't give a damn. I like music if it make me feel good.
Yeah.
If it's whack, it's whack. We had whack stuff when I was younger.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
it's whack stuff now, but it's good shit too. So
Yeah.
I just like the good stuff. You know what I
Gotcha,
mean? But
gotcha.
as far as when I came back, I had been out there for so long and met so many artists. I met a lot of like famous artists through my manager AD,
Right.
and she got me in there where she kind of knew them, and she'd be like, like so she'll always put me in the spotlight, like
Yeah.
on some, and I didn't care because I wasn't trying to be a rapper at this time. It was more of I need to get back to Cali, you know what I
Right,
mean? But I'll
right.
go with you, A, because you a girl and you trying to get this play done, and I act like your artist and shit, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
And when we would get in there, and I was so amused on the way they rapped that when it was my turn, you would hear the full Giddy.
Right.
Because to me, y'all was so amazing. So
Right.
when it was my turn, I would the shock value. It gave us free beats. It gave us free shows. They
Damn.
get who is this? Who is this dude?
Right.
And they start calling me Cali and all
Yeah.
of this. And I'm a cool guy. You know what I mean? I'm not no. I ain't no punk or nothing like
Right,
that. But
right,
at the
right.
same time, if you humble, I'm humble. Everything cool. I mean that. Everything cool. And if it's an issue, then it's an issue. And I mean that too. Then it's all the way an issue. I'm not. Ain't no halfway.
Right.
So and I always been that way. So.
So when you do your music, what's your process? Do you get in the studio? Are you freestyling? Are you writing your things, thoughts down? Like, what's your process when you get in the studio?
All of it. Yeah. I usually when I get in the studio, there's not too many times I write a song without the beat.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I
So
know some
beat
cats-
first,
Yes. The
Then
beat.
you're gonna write to the beat.
Yes.
Okay.
The beat usually talk to me.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? And
Yes,
I'm
sir.
one of the. I've been doing it for a while now. So as soon as I hear what it's doing, it's talking to me,
Yeah.
and I'm just writing down what it's telling me. And sometimes I go in there if I can't figure out what to say and do a freestyle because I
Okay.
can. And once I start freestyling, I give it maybe 10 seconds into my freestyle, something click in me where I'll figure it out, and it'll
Gotcha.
start going, and then we'll chop it up, and I'll go back rewrite it.
Are you able to freestyle an entire song?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Easy.
with a hook and everything.
All the way.
Shit,
All the way.
I can't do that.
Because it's repetition.
Ah,
I done did it so many times now.
Yeah.
I know when the 16's about to stop. I know I done, without even thinking about it, I could just start rapping and I know 16 about to stop. Like I done did it so many times.
got
you know
you,
what I mean?
got
Yeah,
you.
so
When the beat's playing and you're listening to it, are you thinking of a hook first? Or you thinking of a verse first? What are you thinking of?
I can't even. I'm telling you, it's talking to me. I'm not thinking of it.
Okay.
I'll just sit there, and what I'm thinking of is what the beat's saying. That's exactly what my mind is. I'm not thinking of. Ooh, can I start with this? I'm just thinking, what is this beat saying?
Okay.
And then as I'm listening to it, it'll actually start saying something.
Yeah,
to me.
yeah.
Either it's a sad song and it's a girl that did this and this, or it's a dude and he going up for something to happen where I start hearing it, and then I'll be like, okay, I know where to go.
Got you.
And and then usually it'll be a verse first. No bullshit. Like I'll start the verse. I'll start writing the verse. And if the first 4 bars sound like it's super hard and that was a hook, then I'll throw that for the hook
Yeah,
and then I'll
yeah.
start the verse. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
So but it's usually I'm starting off going with the verse. That's what
right.
yeah.
That's right. So what kind of music do you do personally? What's your vibe? If somebody hasn't heard Getty, what's your vibe?
My vibe is what I do a little bit of everything.
Okay.
Meaning like I'm because of the East Coast rap, it got my mind spreaded. I don't just rap about gangbanging. I rap about my life, but I rap about everybody else's life. And now I'm to a point where I just see the music as an art. So I don't care how you judge me. If I want to tell a story about anything, even if I haven't done it, and as long as my brain knows about it somehow, and I want to release it this way in the form of music, don't judge me and say I'm lying or this or this. Who cares? This is an art.
Wow.
Everybody else can do it. You know, an artist could do it. They could paint a picture of a gun or a lady getting raped, and oh, that's a beautiful picture. You know, everybody else they could do their art, and nobody gets judged. But when you talking, I understand it feels like you said it.
Right.
No, even though I said it, this is my art. It doesn't mean I have to mean it. That's where I'm at with music.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Yeah.
So I have a question. I hear this mentioned in your conversation with me, and I definitely want to touch on it. You are a West Coast artist,
Definitely.
and you are a Crip.
Yeah.
And how did you deal with the gangbang life and being in California? Because it's a thing out here. Like
Yeah.
a lot of people gangbang, and it can either send you in 2 different directions, and you've seemed to somehow go in the middle and stay alive and not go down any of those directions.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain that, dude?
I think I'm a man before anything.
Okay.
All the way. And I've been like that since I've been young. Like that's what I mean. I don't judge nobody for who they are, whatever. I'm a man before anything. And if you a humble, cool guy, I don't care where you're from, I'm cool with you. And I think that's what got me through this. And it don't matter where I'm at. I learned that for myself. I done stayed in Florida. I done stayed in New York. I done stayed in, and it's been this way no matter where I go. I thought it was just home respect me like this.
Right.
But when I got to these other places and I watch how they react and how they treat me, it's not home. It's me. It's
Right.
I have this certain. It's the way I respect you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Until
Yeah.
you disrespect me.
Yeah.
Even if that's your group of friends, when you disrespect me and I do something to you, your friends is gonna feel like it's your fault.
Right.
Because that's where I'm at with it. Like,
Right,
I'm
right.
not here to try to start nothing, but if you take it there,
Right.
then I'm gonna take it there. And when I take it there, I'm gonna all the way take it there, and I'm not gonna be wrong. You get what I'm saying? And I treat my life like that.
Did you go to high school out here in Oceanside?
I did. Yeah, I went to all of them.
You went to the. You said he went to all of
I
them.
went to all the middle schools. I'm dead serious. Went to all the middle schools. We only got 2,
Yeah,
Oceanside
yeah.
and El Camino. But yeah, I didn't go to Lincoln though.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to Martin Luther King when they first opened. Ended up touching the dude up there, man. Hurt the little dude. They kicked me out. Sent me up to Jefferson. That's where I met my baby moms. You know what I
Okay.
mean?
Damn.
Yeah.
Met her in Jefferson.
Yeah, met her in Jefferson.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm the dig it.
Were you guys dating then too, or did you just like kind of meet her and like went to school with her type of shit?
Yeah, she actually was going to Lincoln.
Oh, okay. Okay.
'Cause she was in Camp Pendleton.
Okay.
So
Okay.
everybody was getting bused to Lincoln, and then something happened where they said on 8th grade, because I don't know if you remember back then, it was
I'm out here in
brothers.
'95. I didn't move out here till '95.
okay, but what was middle school for you back then? 6th
I
and
went to
7th?
I went to Riverside. I was out here for my freshman year. I got to go to Oceanside Summit, which was a high
Yeah.
school next to Pep Boys by the indoor swap meet.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that's
yes.
right, that's
oh,
right.
that one
That's
over
the
there
one I
in the
got to go
corner.
to.
In
Yeah.
the corner.
Me
Yes.
and 12 people.
Easy. I've been there too. I went there.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
telling you,
okay,
I went
okay.
there.
You did go to all of them,
I'm
didn't
telling
you?
Yeah. The little night schools and all that.
Yeah.
They try to help me, man. But yeah,
Did you ever get any sports? Were you ever a sports guy when you was in
I
school?
liked it. I just never. I was bad. I was bad. I wish I would have though. I wish I would have. I just had
Yeah.
my mind focused on the homies.
Was it the streets?
It wasn't the streets. It was more of the homies.
The homies.
The group of guys I chose to hang with when I was little, it led me, and I do the things that I did. Not that I was following them. It's just who you kick it with is what you become.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I chose them guys. I didn't have to. We had different groups of people back then. You had your break dancers, you had your this, and you had your this. The guys I just chose to hang with was doing things that I like to do, which was bad shit.
Right.
And not that I was a bad kid. I was never disrespectful to grown folks and women and none of that. I just had bad intentions.
Right.
The
right.
dudes I was around was helping my intentions go.
It was like, here's the fire.
I did it already. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so if I wanted to steal a car and I never did it before, I wouldn't steal a car. But if the homie say, get this how you do it. Oh, tomorrow I'm stealing this. So they was helping me. I already wanted to do it. It's just,
Now they gave me the knowledge.
Now all of it. So, and I wanted to do it. So, you know, and then getting in trouble and going to jail and juvenile hall, it didn't scare me. It was more of I wanted to go to the hall. So now I finally did some shit. Now I'm going to jail. Okay, let me see what this about. So
when you leave here, you're around 18 and you go to the East Coast. Okay, and you have that mentality of the street mentality. You've been growing up on the West Coast. Now you come over here for 5 years. You could come back and leave that mentality.
Yeah.
But you come back and you kind of get right back into it. Is that because you still have the friends, the family, and everybody's still involved in the same things that you left and come back to it?
Well, on my way back, when I was coming back, I actually came back to California. I was 23. I remember. I was only out there for 5 years. Like I said, in New York, I went out there, I was 18. I came back, I was 23. When I came back, I was in a situation with this guy named Corporal.
Okay.
Corporal had just got a deal with Rick Ross way back then. When I'm 23, this is
God damn, so music's
2003.
Just been around you the whole time.
Yeah, the whole time. I think it's something supposed to happen with me with the music. It's just what I chose to do, and which I'm about to tell you now what happened.
Okay.
But
okay.
This guy Corporal, I mean, we can look him up now. I'm gonna tell you about him later because he just got in contact with me last week.
Damn.
Last week after all these years, like I'm gonna tell him, and he crazy. He got like 13 #1 billboards to do this. He's in Hollywood. He's something great right now. He just hit me. I'm gonna tell you about it. But on my way out, we made an album. The girl AD, that was my manager.
Yep.
She took me over to his house one day in Manhattan.
Okay.
We went over there, played a couple tracks, and he was gonna make a song for me. Did the song for him and shit. He loved it. He loved it so much. He was like, I want you to come back and mess with me. And she kind of seen that play happening, and she was kind of getting the intentions of Git ain't really my artist. And I've been putting him all into these places, and she know I still was to the point of, come on, hey, we ain't getting no money.
Right.
You still doing all of this shows, and you want me to come do this? I'm not getting no money. Ain't no YouTube or nothing at this time. She's getting everything. I don't know what she really making off of me, but I know she using me as the artist, and I'm going with her to protect her. You know, it was more of it wasn't for me to try to be owned as, hey, you a pretty girl. She a pretty little Puerto Rican girl with the heart of a lion. Right. I mean, a beast. And she going in these studios where these dudes is trying to, big titties, you know, all of this. She pretty girl. So they trying to holler at her, and she trying to do her business. And they, you know, some of them disrespectful. They want to touch on her, and I be in the studio, and she, hey, nigga, don't touch me. Like, that's why she hard. She a little, you know, like a
Puerto Ricans are fiery.
Yes, but she also was a dyke type girl.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So she like girls and shit.
Yeah.
So she's the man of the situation. But she's a pretty girl. So I just liked her vibe. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she was about her business early, way back then. She knew a gang. Her mom knew people that got her. It was just crazy. But she took me over there. I met the dude Corporal. We did the song. She kind of, what I meant to say by all of that is this is kind of a point where I'm super cracking in New York now.
Right.
People knowing me. Like I said, I know a couple of stars now, and people know my name is getting cracked. My music's starting to wander around, and, you know, people knowing me where I'm going places. Oh, you Young Giddy. I'm like, so my name is getting it. Now we do this song with Corporal. I'm telling AD, hey, I want my songs to sound a certain way. We still recording in basements. You know what I mean? We still we fuck with anybody. We go to the Queens Projects, and we in their house fucking. It's, you know, they doing the best they can, but to me, we done did hundreds of these.
Right. It's time to do it.
It's 5 years later. I met her early when I first got out there. Hey, she was like the first chick that I met with music, and you know what I mean? So I've been riding with her for 5 years now. And she getting different artists, and they come, they go. They come, they go. I'm the one who feel like I'm not your artist. That's why. I'm your friend. But I'm dope as fuck. You can use me, but I don't care about this. But anyways, now I'm starting to care about it. Now I see I am dope. People telling me I'm dope on the East Coast.
Right.
Wait till I go home.
Right.
So my mind's starting to say, get this could work for you. You need to up your game on some. And I'm telling him ADA. So we do the song with Corporal. Shit come out dope as fuck. Never heard nobody record me like this before. Like he's a real producer. And now I know why. Because of where he at right now.
Right.
But back then, so he tell me, I want you to come back. Yeah, I want you to come do more music. AD hear it. For some odd reason, she get upset. She like, we not going over there no more. Whoop, whoop. And I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm tired of this, man. I love you, sis. I'm going back to Cali. You know what I mean? She like, don't leave, get, whoop, whoop. And that's my sis. I love her. I got to go check on my kids. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I come back to Cali. I'm out here maybe a month. I get a call from Corporal. He said, hey, man, I love to work with you again. Look, let me get you a ticket, fly you out here. And so I'm only out here like a month, you know what I mean? And me and my baby mom's not all the way back together yet. You know what I mean? She already had a different dude and, you know what I mean, going through her little situation. I've been gone for 5 years, you know what I mean? So I'm back and we doing what we doing and I'm happy. I'm back with my family now. My kids is big, and now I get this phone call saying somebody want me to leave again. So I'm telling my girl, babe, I'm going to go out there just because it's something about him that out of all these hundreds of songs that I did, he's the last person I made a song with that he made the sound that I wanted to hear.
Right.
That I think my shit.
Now you like this sound of you. This is your voice.
This is what I would sound like if it was done by a professional record. To me, that's what I felt like.
Yeah.
The bells and whistles and how he mixed and how he put me through an artist development every song we did.
Gotcha.
He done not that one get, rewrite it.
Right.
Not that one get. And I'm like, nigga, come on, nigga. Like, why you doing this, Corp? Let's just, not that one get. Come on, I know you could do shit like that where I never had no other producer do that to me.
Yeah, pushing it out of you.
Yes, he just like, we'll go all day to make one song.
Wow.
And I'm, come on, Corp, fuck this song. Put another beat on. Now we got to do it again. But if you hear this album, it's called My Old South Story. It's
I've heard it.
It's amazing.
So that was actually made with that guy.
And when I was there, 23 years old. So now I go out there, I do with this guy, Corporal. I do the whole mixtape with him. It's an album pretty much because it's all word. I come back, he say, I'm going to get back in touch with you and we going to do this and do the all crazy stuff. I forget exactly what he said, but I say, cool. So I come back to Cali. He actually on a red carpet and he talking to Rick Ross. And he talking to Rick Ross. Rick Ross get on the phone, my girl right there. And he like, cause he say, what's up with you, get? He on the phone. I said, what's up with you, Court? We still cool at this time. Like I just came back to Cali and he telling me he going down to Florida to go do some marketing shit, you know what I mean? Whatever he was doing, I forget at the time, but he on the red carpet. He say, somebody want to talk to you, somebody want to talk to you. I'm out here at the red carpet. I said, oh, my nigga Corp. He put Rick Ross on the phone. He say, what's up with you, homie? I said, who this? He said, it's your homie, Rick Ross. I said, what's good with you? I swear to God, my girl sitting right there. He said, I love your music, man. I can't wait to work with you. And then he put Corp back on the phone and he was like, I told you. I said, oh, nigga, me and my girl going crazy in the living room. It's about to be on and all this. So he wanted me to come back out there to something happened. Something happened. I forget exactly what it was.
You didn't get to go back?
It's something happened where I ended up staying in California.
Got you.
And he ended up telling me, look, I got this situation. I remember this because I talked to my girl about it. He told me I got a situation for us and shit gonna work out and all of this. And I done did so much with AD over these last couple of years. I didn't feel like taking that journey with somebody again. So I just felt like, hey, do what you do. And if something crack off, let me know. But I'm in this situation with my family and my kids again.
Right.
So this more important right now.
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And at the time, I'm fresh back in Cali. I'm doing my own music. All that music I made in New York, I'm performing it out here. And they got me buzzing. The town loving me. Yeah. I'm back cracking. And, you know what I mean? If you was here at that time, Diddy name was the shit.
I remember. When
I first came back.
Grill and all that
all
shit.
of it. I'm everywhere. And everybody loving me. And, I got other people trying to talk to me out here. You know what I mean? So I just kind of left him alone and it's just kind of he did his thing and I kind of did my thing and years started passing. I'm not a social media dude. Right. He not a social media dude. Right. So and numbers changed. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I always wondered what happened to that dude, man.
So he got in touch with you last week type shit.
Well, what happened is my partner C2 that I was telling you about. He actually knows an artist that signed somewhere and he had mentioned something that said, I can't wait to be like my boy Corp. Or I can't wait to have 13 number ones like my boy Corp. I've been talking about Corporal to C2 since I met C2. Everybody I meet, I kind of bring up Corporal because I love what he did with Old Side Story. Yeah. So I always bring him up. And so C2 knows Corporal's name. So
Yeah.
when he seen that from his boy Post, he wondered to himself, I wonder if this the same Corporal Get always talking about. And he just
Wow.
happened to say, hey, this dude post some shit. Let me send you the picture of the boy shit. He sent it to me. And as soon as I seen the picture, I said, that's him. That's him. And so
Wow.
I hit him up. I said, because on his post, he got like maybe 10,000 followers. He don't follow nobody. And he got one post. And that one post is a picture of 13 Billboard #1 songs that he done worked on.
Wow.
And so I put, congratulations, my dude. I ain't heard from you in a minute. And I left it alone. The next day, I just see a message say, Giddy? You know what I mean? So I hit him back. Yep, my old side story was good. Would you kill it? Shoot me the number. Yeah, that's what he said. Shoot me shot him the number. We linked up. We started talking. Oh, my dude's so linked up right now.
Damn, man.
He's so linked up. And he told me he used that old side story to maneuver his first little steps to get him. He was like, Gid, I wish you would have took the journey, but don't trip. I got you now and all this shit. So, you know, I look back at it like, I would have been somewhere, you know, what I was thinking, like, if this is the guy and whoop de whoop, and if I didn't have my family at home, I would have went back there and I would have had a different journey. You know what I mean? But I still don't look bad on it, nothing. I've raised my kids. You know.
Well, when you came out here, you became a legend, man. 'Cause 23, now you're out here, you got your shit buzzing, and now you're working with a lot of younger artists that are coming into the town and that are, you're starting to feed them and stuff like that. Like we had some artists that came through here, like T Nasty and Too Much, and they mentioned you being involved in their music careers early on and helping raise a lot of the artists and stuff like that. Do you take pride in some of these artists that you've got to work with growing up? And I don't want to use this word in any kind of disrespect because I work with a lot of artists, but we raised them. And I don't want to mean like their parents raised them. I mean like musically we raised them.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So do you take pride in it in this type of stuff, being an artist and that part of it?
I take pride in the part of them respecting.
Okay.
Because I would do it regardless.
Okay.
It's not for a pride thing. It's something I do. I do it. I never look for nothing. Like I said, I'm humble.
Right.
So if you do music and I do music, I don't look nothing. It's a help thing.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I'm not looking for no kickback. I'm no nothing. I just know, like I said, when I was coming up, I got a lot of favors just because I was good at rapping.
Right.
We would go to the studio and the guy say he gonna charge this much for beats or charge whatever for studio time. I would rap and then all of a sudden AD got free studio time because they like me so dope. We got a whole CD full of beats. Man, just rap to anyone you want. To me, that was my norm.
Gotcha.
So I don't know what it's like for people not to get what you want. So when somebody come to me and be like, hey, they charging me for this and they charge it, I know I got it for free. You know what I mean? So that's just my opinion. So you know, yeah. So just the fact that they years later will bring that up, that's the part I appreciate and all of that. You know, as far as for what I do it for and how it's not for nobody. It's not for nobody but me. You know what I mean? Yeah, I love my little dudes and the things I see in their eyes from when they was young, and they want it so bad, and I know that feeling. You know what I mean? They just want a studio to do it, and they don't know where to go. Like, you got a studio, I got more than a studio. I'm gonna mix your whole shit, and I'm gonna do it all for you. Get your shit cracked. Like that's where my heart goes. It's not about the money. It's more of get cracking. Do it. Do it. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. I was just gonna say just the fact that they older, this old now, and they still look back at me like that. That's amazing. That's amazing.
Yeah,
man.
Dig it? That's awesome, man.
So they don't have to.
So are you based like with that 5 years stint that you had in New York? Was that kind of like your only time that you did on the East Coast and mostly been on the West Coast your whole life, pretty much?
Yeah. Oceanside. That's all my life, pretty much Oceanside. And
were you born in Tri-City?
Born in Tri-City.
Oh shit. 1980.
Yep.
Yeah.
Went to Pacifica Elementary. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Born right there off of Clare Street, in Deep Valley. That's where I born and raised.
That's right. That's right. So what about artists when you were growing up? Did you ever listen to any local artists or any artists coming out of the O or San Diego or anything like that?
It would have to be like Brother Lynch Hung and Sibo and like, the underground wise. San Diego.
Keep it G.
Bullet Loco.
Okay.
I didn't listen to Mitchie. Me personally, I can't think of nobody. I can name people, but that don't mean I was listening to them.
Right.
I'm trying, I listened to Bullet Loc. He's stuck as far as Dago wise, and that's the only artist I could tell you from Dago that I really can recite one of his words, and he kind of made a name for himself.
What do you think? What do you think this situation is with San Diego and the music industry? Like, we have some really talented fucking artists in Oceanside alone. We have dope ass artists in San Diego.
Yeah.
But and fucking shit ton of money in San Diego in general.
Yeah.
But it doesn't seem like to have that LA music industry thing. What do you think's missing, or just an opinion? Just an opinion.
My opinion, yeah,
Yeah.
that's all it is. You know what I mean? But I think it's because we don't have a hub.
Okay.
Like a major industry hub. Well, of
That's
the
got the
first
plugs to everything.
that's linked to LA.
Yeah.
The first big record label that has all the avenues, like a real record
Like a
label.
Capitol or something.
And you just sign every artist that's down here in North County and see who makes what, and that will start something. You're gonna grab you're gonna get the stars. Amongst that handful, you're gonna get a couple stars, and everybody gonna know. Now you can go to this record label because they done made a couple stars, and that homie's from the town, and
Right.
we don't have that. To me, my opinion.
Right.
Everybody's trying to build one, and it's not gonna happen until we get one.
Gotcha.
And that's it's too many artists, is not enough CEOs. I be telling these little dudes
Gotcha.
that too.
Gotcha.
Y'all niggas start learning your business.
Yeah.
And I think that's what our problem is with San Diego, is everybody wants to be the dope rapper. At least the guys I know, because I'm a rapper, so I know a lot of rappers. You know what I mean? But instead of just being a rapper, we're in an era now where if you think like a CEO, then you can market yourself as a rapper, and the avenues is through the internet. You don't really need a record label no more. I still hear little dudes saying they want to be signed.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if I could just get a deal. You have no idea if you get a deal.
Right.
What's good? Now that
How
I'm
much you
older,
owe.
I get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but that's where their mind still is at. They have.
When did you
know,
create that mentality of the CEO mentality versus the rapper mentality? I'm sure you didn't always have that
Of
mentality.
course not. Yeah, of course not. It was probably when I came back. When I came back to California, and there was no more AD, and there was no more corporal, there was no more, help.
Yeah.
It was now you learn what you learn, and now let's see what you could do. And
Gotcha.
I got my own shows going, T-shirts, and same thing that everybody do now. I did it myself, and it actually made a buzz.
Right.
And
learning experience.
yeah, to dig it. I still linger with it. I still play with it. Still do my music. Still to this day. I got a album coming out called Tales of the Deep.
Hello.
Next week.
Hello.
Yeah, to dig it.
How many tracks?
Oh, it's 10 tracks altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, produced by C2. Dynamic Music Group. It's already done.
There you go.
And then I got another one called Villa Nostra. I'm gonna do 10 this whole year. I got 10 mixtapes that's lined up.
Shit.
Guaranteed.
That's hard, bro.
Yeah, and it's already in the mix and videos and all.
Was that what you were cooking in 2020?
Nah, this Tales of the Deep.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what we cook. But what's happening now is everything that's gonna get made from there. My dude actually got a nice little setup down there, man.
Hell
The sound coming out of there is
It's an A1.
yeah, and dig it. Like I said, I have a studio in my crib.
Yeah.
I don't have to mess with nobody.
Right.
But if you have something that I know, and he my dude, you know what I mean?
Right.
It's more than just him having something that I want or need, but he my dude, and I've seen the growth.
The vibe's right.
Yes, and where he at in life right now is where I will, if I was to do music, that's where I'm gonna go, because that's where I know it's gonna come out the way I like it. You know what I mean? So I don't have time to do music really no more. It's just for the simple fact there's no money in it for me.
Right.
For me, you know what I mean?
Right.
I still produce for niggas, and I still record myself, and it's fun. It's for fun, but I done figured out other avenues. You know what I mean? I got kids. I got I got things I got to take care of. Yes,
yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
I love music. You know
Hell
what I
yeah.
mean?
It's a passion for
oh,
sure.
Always.
So 2020 was a year that we couldn't call, we couldn't expect to happen. We didn't know it was going to happen, and it was something that we've never seen in our lives with this COVID shit.
Oh yeah.
So I want to know your take, and did it affect you? Did you get infected? Did it affect anybody around you? Like, how did you deal with that situation that we've never even dealt with?
Yeah, I actually lost an auntie.
Shit.
Yeah, she stayed out there in Vegas. She was
Sorry
a bus
to hear
driver. Yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, her health wasn't doing too good. You know what I mean? And that's what I learned about it, that it's been affecting. As far as people I know, I say it touched like 2 people that I know, and then it killed, my auntie. But it really ain't touching my base home.
Okay.
As far as my kids and
The
my
immediate family.
Yeah, immediate family. You know what I mean? And where I work and stuff. You know what I mean? Where I work at is catching it. So and I deliver ice. I drive trucks delivering ice.
Okay.
So I'm in different cities and different towns every day. You know what I mean? To go deliver to different stores. The difference I see is the mask.
Right.
You know what I mean? So what you hear what I hear on TV and the news, I'm not seeing in the streets.
Got you.
Not saying it ain't happening.
Right.
I know it is because it touched my family.
Right.
But from what I see, it's just people wearing masks, so it kind of covers up everything for my everyday to day life. I don't see it where I'm working. I come home, nobody have it where I'm at, and I'm getting phone calls. This person got it. It's kind of same like watching it on the news, but
Right.
I don't feel it around me.
Right.
So I still move the same way. You know what I mean? I still tell my family move the same way. Just
Right.
of course, keep your hands, do what you got to do, everything that. But as far as stopping the way we living, Yeah, I'm not there. I'm not. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not stopping the way I'm living. Yeah, but
Growing up in Oceanside, I'm sure you saw. I know I have. We saw a couple businesses shut down. We've
a
seen
lot.
this shit hit the community pretty hard.
Yeah.
Has there been anything that you've seen that shut down that used to be your spot that you used to go to and shit like that? Like there used to be this place in Carlsbad called That Pizza Place. I used to take
Okay.
my son there like every Wednesday. Been there for 20 years and it's gone now because of COVID. So like places like that,
Is it because of COVID?
because of COVID, like they shut them down. They could have no more people coming into the business and can't pay bills when that happens.
That's-
Did you ever have any businesses that you used to rock with that shut down during this shit?
I know. I forget the name of them, but they right there next to the library.
Okay.
It's that corner little breakfast spot.
Oh yeah. Was it
Yeah.
Maurice?
I forget. It's little Spanish dude running. He from
Yeah.
L.A. That's my dude. Yeah, but I forget the name of it. It's right there on the corner, right next to the library
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
on Coast Highway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I get my little breakfast spot from him. Me and my wife, we knew him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He come to Costco. My wife work at Costco.
Yeah.
So it's a different thing. He had told us it was closing. So I mean, as far as that, nobody else. But he been there years. Yeah, I'm years. I
Yeah.
can't even give you the number. I mean,
Yeah.
years he been there. So and it's because of the COVID. He just can't keep up. They keep
Yeah.
closing and open and closing. It's a bad situation. It's messed up for those you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? For those you don't. And that whole thing right here, what's going on, I don't really know. But
Right.
I'm one of them guys who kind of, I look into it halfway.
Right.
I'm one of those half cup full and all
Yeah,
of that. However
yeah.
you said, one for this, one for. So, I don't believe everything they say, something going on.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I just watch, keep my eyes open and keep my ears open.
Right.
Because they playing, they know how to play with us better than we think they do.
I heard a term called the plandemic.
Of course.
Plandemic.
Yeah.
Like there was a little bit of thought process behind this.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because it's we're not dumb as people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if it's too many of us saying something's
wrong.
up,
Yeah.
then there's something up. It should be blatant. You know,
Yeah.
when you got Ebola, you got all these other people dying. I mean, it's nobody said, "Oh, you're playing." You know what I
Right,
mean? Why
right.
this one just seems like
A little different.
it's just it's too many people saying this. So I mean, not saying it's not going on. I don't know. I'm just
Right.
saying from my opinion, I
Right.
see it more on TV and more on radio and all of this because I drive around, I listen to shit, and they keep it. To me, is they keep it around longer than what it would have been. If
Gotcha.
TV wouldn't talk about it and radio wouldn't have talked about it, it would
Should have
be
been gone.
It would have been gone to
Yeah.
me.
Yeah.
A couple of people would have had it, lingered a little bit, and they would have been sick, and some people like a flu or something, and
Yeah.
then they would have got over it, and some lingerers. You know what I mean? But
Right.
we wouldn't have been. Nobody would have had masks on. People wouldn't have been dying in restaurants and all of this. They talking about millions of people catching it at one time. Remember
Right.
that?
Yeah,
A day.
yeah.
300,000 people caught it today. Are you serious?
Yeah.
And then the next day, 600,000. Like,
Yeah.
what the?
And nobody dead.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So,
like-
but I don't know. So for those who got it or do have it, I apologize if I sound, biased or,
you
disrespectful.
don't know. You
towards
said you don't know.
I don't know.
You
Yeah.
don't know,
But
yeah.
like I said, my auntie passed away from it. But from the beginning, like I said, she was already in bad health.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it was just a code that, but you never know. I don't know.
What about Oceanside, man? Let's talk about Oceanside. Let's talk about Mission turning to a one-way street.
Yeah, I'm the dig it. I know. What you think about that? You don't like that?
I don't like it, dog. When that happened, I'm not gonna lie. I'm so old school that I still feel like that fucking movie theater down on Coast Highway is new.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like that motherfucker 2 years old or
Is
something.
that-
That motherfucker-
You ever
I've
been
been
in
there
there?
for 10 years. I went there like 2 times, but not the Star one. I'm talking about that one that's right across right there by Cabo Grill. You know that movie theater that's been there forever.
Oh, the
Kokorian.
Kokorian. Yeah,
I remember
yeah,
when
yeah.
the Kokorian wasn't there.
Yeah, me too. When
Yeah.
it was a grass,
Yeah,
it was just
yeah,
grass and
yeah.
that whole
little park and shit. Yeah.
Yep.
So to me, that motherfucker still feel new. So this
Yeah.
Mission shit going one way, I'm just like, oh my god. dude.
Yeah, it kind of threw
Did
you
you
off.
did you feel like it changed Oceanside a little bit?
It did. That whole downtown area, that whole
Yeah.
everything. Like you said, I remember that when it was all empty.
Yeah.
So now
Walking across the park to get to the bus stop.
Yeah,
You know what
all
I'm
of
saying?
it. I was,
Yeah.
I grew up out here, so just seeing what they did, I like it. All the buildings that they making down there, the high rises. For growth. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm about growth.
So you like it?
Of course, anything
Okay.
that's going to make us grow.
Okay.
Anything that's growing, I like growth. So if you start something now, next year have a little bit more sauce to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you're keeping it the same, that's not what I'm about. You know what I
Right,
mean? So
right.
if you staying the same, just stay in your own lane. You
Do
know what I
you
mean?
think it's changed the face of Oceanside? Does Oceanside feel different to you since
it
you were
do.
growing up here?
It do. It definitely feel. I'm older now too, so I'm a little
Yeah.
wiser and I see things different. I
Yeah.
know a lot of different people. Back
Yeah.
then, I knew the street kids.
Right.
Now I know a couple business owners. I know a couple, you
Right.
know what I mean? So my view of Oceanside is different than what I want this home, you know?
Right.
So it's definitely a good thing, though. It brought in a lot more new people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of new businesses.
Yeah.
And some people might not like it. My opinion, I'm from Oceanside, 1980.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the day I like it. I like what they're doing. Keep doing it. Keep building it. You know what I mean?
This sweater and this hat you got, man, was
Oh,
from,
you like that? Huh?
was from a pretty good guy collaboration, man. That was the guy Nipsey, right?
Nah, this just Jay-Z's.
Was it Jay-Z?
Yeah, this Jay-Z's.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought I saw Nip wearing some stuff like this.
Yeah, he wore it before. Nip wore it. Yeah, but it's Paper Planes. That's one of Jay-Z's little clothing line thing he messing with.
So being a West Coast artist, being a blue side of things, did that affect you at all when Nip passed, or it was like a regular day?
Oh nah, it affect me. I don't know if you play music.
I play music.
Oh,
On the show?
yeah.
I can't play music.
Oh,
It'll get
okay,
flagged.
yeah,
It'll get
no,
flagged.
definitely not a problem. But no, definitely, it definitely affect me. Man, I like that little dude.
Yeah.
Ain't too many dudes that come around where I that's famous where I get attached to. Like I say, I ain't starstruck.
Right.
So you gotta, and I'm a rapper.
Right.
So it's hard for these new or any rapper to make me like you in that light.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where I respect what you as a man, and I don't even know you.
Right.
You know what I mean? Through your music.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not too many that do that. So he was one of those that did that had me respecting him. I met the guy one time down in Dago. He did a show down there. A couple of the homies went down there.
Yeah.
It was a quick conversation though. Just what's up, man? I was doing my thing too. I had a show. So I think like way he heard something of mine. Maybe he just said it to me. Maybe he didn't. But he said he heard of me before or something like that. I heard of him, shook his hand. I wish somebody would have took a picture back then, but they didn't.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But we chatted a little bit and we was backstage, smoked a little bit, got to talk, and I got to see his demeanor back then before he was rich and where he was at. He was still a hood nigger, but he still stayed hood all the way. But back just to see his demeanor amongst, he a real hood nigga amongst other hood niggas, and you not in your hood.
Right.
So how you gonna carry yourself? You know what I mean? Like I watched that. Like I said, I'm an observer. I like this way he carried himself. So and then I watched his little growth and start growing and do his thing. And yeah, where he ended up at with his music was amazing. And he did what he did for his homies and all of that, and his hood and all of that was amazing. So when he passed, I actually made a song for the dude. And I don't even do that. I don't make no songs for I don't know these guys. So if you get shot as a superstar, like I said, I'm not starstruck. So I might have liked your music, but okay, I didn't know you. You know what I mean? So Nipsey was the same way. I didn't know him, but where I'm at in life with music and what he was talking about, and
you can relate to a little bit.
I related it to it a lot, and the helping part. That type of guy he was.
Yeah.
That he would help kids and help his neighborhood. That's the kind of dude I am. So it's kind of resonated different.
How did it resonate with you where he got killed in front of his own business?
Oh, it fucked with me.
Yeah.
It fucked with me, but then again, once I kind of figured out the story, once I kind of learned what happened, you know what I mean? It kind of it was gonna happen.
Right.
It's kind of like I don't want to put it the wrong way, but every time, sometime a black man try to do something, I don't want it to come out like this, like on black man, white man, all this, but every time a black man do something that's gonna elevate the younger black youth to a different level, somehow he get killed. Somehow, whether it's friends or government, whoever, police, whatever, and that's what to me he was. He shined too fast, and once he shined, and he shouldn't. I say he shouldn't have did it in his neighborhood because he wasn't ready yet.
Right.
Like you still was a hood dude. You still have problems with people, and whether it wasn't your enemy that did it, the point is that someone did it.
Right.
Your enemy could be the person right next to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it don't have to be a gangbanging enemy. It's just you too close in the vicinity for you to die.
Right.
And you know that because this is your hood. Even though everybody in their neighborhood, no, this is my hood, this is my hood. But let something crack off. This is the fastest place where you're gonna die.
Right.
Meaning, like if you pick up and you move somewhere else, you're not gonna die as fast over there. You get what I'm saying? Especially if you're succeeding.
Yeah.
So to me, I felt like because of where he was at in life, he could have grabbed his homeboys, dipped to Atlanta, dipped to wherever he's, tucked up, made this money right, and then came back as a businessman to his hood, no longer as a gangbanger, and super helped him. You know what I mean? Because it's so super focused. It wouldn't have been about music no more. I already made it. All my homies good. Let me go back to the hood and help these kids in a business way. And I get it. He was trying it. You won't learn until you get bumped in your head.
it fucked with me as a community person because I'm real big on community. I'm
Of
real big
course.
on trying to helping people and doing what I can to help people. And it shocked me with as much as like you said, you respect him, I respect him. His hood's gotta respect him. The city where he's from's gotta respect him.
Yeah.
And to see it happen like that in front of his own place, it just fucked with me. I actually think I set my studio down for about 3 or 4 days. I just didn't want to be here. I just was
Yeah.
like, you know what? God, if it could happen to him, it could happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Like this shit is just wild, wild west over here. It's fucking crazy, dog.
It's not even just here. It's everywhere, though.
Yeah.
It's everywhere. I
Yeah.
wish it was just one place so we could stay the fuck away from there.
Right.
But it's everywhere. It's,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's the way people hate to see you succeed,
Yeah.
especially in your own neighborhood.
Yeah. 'Cause
And that's messed up.
I think it stings those people more. Like the haters, it stings more or
Yeah.
something. I don't know what it is. Dog.
But we got to have them. That's what make the balance of the world. And that's what's
Right.
messed up. We got to have the good and the bad all the way around.
Right.
From business to relationships to just our human nature.
Right.
That's what balances us. We got to have the haters and the guys who's going to help.
Well, shit. I got a glimpse of a goal from you, but I like to get you to commit. So I get you to commit to a goal that you're going to do in about 6 to 8 months, and I bring you back in here in about 6 to 8 months, and we talk about the goal and how you kicked its ass.
Okay.
I know you said 10 mixtapes.
Definitely.
Is that the fucking goal?
Watch it.
Yeah.
Tales of the Deep, 10 volumes this year.
$10. Is it going to be Tales of the Deep Volume 1, Volume 2?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I'm going to sprinkle, like I said, Villa Nostra. That's what I'm doing with Tales of the Deep is a collab I'm doing with C2 Dynamic.
Okay.
My Villa Nostra, that's my own little
That's your
thing.
personal joint.
My personal joint. It's going to be,
Is C2 a producer or a rapper as well?
he's an actual CEO.
Okay,
He
got you.
runs his own record label. But
Got
he
you.
produces, raps, and everything too. But
Okay.
he's actually a CEO, fully business license.
C2.
everything.
So this cat's a little Latino cat who just got out of jail?
He Filipino.
Filipino?
But, yeah.
I know this kid.
Yeah, it's C2 100.
I know this kid.
Yeah, you look him up. Hit him
He's
up.
been in the studio.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
He was coming over here and recording with T Nasty before I think he
fucks
got
with
locked
them
up.
all. Fucks
Yeah,
with all
yeah,
of
yeah.
them. Yep, he fucks with all of them.
Yeah, he's a good kid. He's
It's
actually
all the way.
great producer. It's good to hear that he's doing this kind of business. Damn.
They are business oriented like a motherfucker.
That's
Like
good.
his mind is out of everybody. He's the guy I'm messing with. Out of
That's
T
right.
Nasty, all of them. That everybody do your thing. I hope the best for all of y'all. But he's the one who I see something.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
say, I look for the ones who progress, and it's just my choice.
Right.
Yeah. So my choice, he got something.
Hell yeah.
He's thinking CEO mode where everybody
Yeah.
else want to be a rapper,
Right.
and I like that. So I'll be on your team to help you as much as I can possible. I'm still doing my music. All the youngsters still like my shit. Let me put a couple words on your shit.
Hell yeah.
Give me my little points on it. You get your little points, and let's make this into something to bring T Nasties and Too Much.
Hell yeah.
Have them come this way, and hey, y'all did it. I want to do it too. It's a help thing.
Hell yeah.
I want to everybody. You too, Karma. You gonna be if it goes the way we think it's gonna go. What I was talking about. We need a hub.
Yeah.
Somebody got to do it.
I'm
And
trying.
it's not the knock. No, yeah,
I'm
everybody,
trying.
yes,
No, I'm
and-
just kidding. No, I'm
and-
just
no,
kidding.
I feel you. Like I said, do you promote other podcasts?
Hell yeah.
Like I said, I went to the Kick It podcast
Hell yeah,
last
Kick
night,
It. Hell
and
yeah.
they in the same realm. Just to know that everybody's thinking in this mind frame. If there was a building that, like I said, a big ass building,
Yeah.
Carmen, you ain't got to do it here. Kick It podcast, you ain't got to do it there. Everybody get their space in this big ass building. You do your own thing, but it rep this. I don't know how to do it yet because nobody done it.
Right.
But it's an idea. Until it happens, it will if you somebody
I'm gonna
working
keep it.
at it.
I'm gonna keep it G. I love the idea. It's for me personally as a businessman.
Mhm.
Everybody just gotta have a couple dollars to do it a month. Like if we could get 10 people to fucking sign up and get this whole fucking building and just afford the fucking rent, and everybody could commit to that, and I knew 10 people that were responsibly committable to
Yeah.
do the shit, it would be a thing.
Yep.
I just don't know if we have that many like-minded individuals that can pay kind of money. Like I think that's what's gonna be. We need a Nick Cannon. We need Nick Cannon to come
That's what
back
I
to San
mean.
Diego.
Yeah.
And spend a
Like,
couple dollars.
That's it.
And he got the money.
All it takes
You know
is
what
one
I'm
of
saying?
us.
Yeah.
One of us to make it. If it takes somebody amongst us to really make it and get some money who thinks the way we think,
Yeah.
that's when I think it's gonna change for North County.
Yeah.
Because they gonna let it be you, let it be me, let it be, somebody who got this mind frame, not the type that I'm gonna make it and I'm out of here.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because
Right.
if I make it, I'm not worried about superstardom. I want my little homies to shine.
Yeah.
So, that's where I'm at with it.
Me too. Okay, so
Yeah.
here's my greediness. Is I don't care who fucking gets a gold album.
Yes.
That's my greediness.
I was gonna tell you that's my other goal this year.
I
I'm trying to- yeah.
dude. I don't care
Yeah.
who it is, but if it's somebody I know, that's my goal.
Yeah.
I want it to be somebody from the O. I want it to be somebody that I rock with, somebody that really fucking does this shit. I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to be some guy that comes here from St. Louis, dog,
Of course.
and fucking blows up in Oceanside and gets a gold record, and
Of
we're like,
course.
who the fuck is this guy?
Yeah.
I don't want that.
But you got to remember, a lot of it, Oceanside is, we Camp Pendleton. This is a military town. A lot of cats that grew up with me wasn't really from Oceanside.
Right.
They came over here through, so
Guilty.
I'm not a military baby, but my granddad was in the military. But I grew up with a gang of military friends, so my span is different.
Do you think that might be an issue with the San Diego scene, because there is so much military bases out here that there is a lot of moving parts and people moving in and moving out, and a lot of different, not per se like structured people here?
That could be it. I mean, when you think about it, when you really think about it, it's I got a lot of friends that came in and left.
Right.
Well, I got used
That were
to
coming
it.
up from somewhere else.
Well, yeah, I got just because I meet you in high school, and your dad gets shipped to Okinawa.
Yeah.
Now you gone. You know what I mean? I remember. And I could name people. I remember this dude. I remember this. But it became normal in Oceanside. We live in a military town, so it was never. It was only so many friends we really locked in.
Because those were the people that weren't leaving.
They never left. You know what I mean? Yeah, and we grew up together. So but as far as music wise, it's just growing up wise, I didn't see the music scene. I didn't see it at all in Oceanside. I didn't see no shows. I didn't, my homies maybe did one show at the mall when I was little before. A long time ago, they was at the mall and they had the fence around it, and it was some kind of show. I forget. We were so young, you know me. But now I see it way more. Like everybody does a show, everybody. But I just think we moving slow, but it's getting there. And it might be because so many people leave. Like you said, if you working with somebody and his dad is in the military and y'all getting y'all group together and y'all might be getting ready to crack, and somebody got to leave because you just fucked up the whole group, and they're teenagers, they're kids. They don't know how to put it back together. You got to be superstar group. You know what I mean? Like, okay, now we got to go find Temptations and shit. We need the new bass player.
Yeah, we need the new Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, and they're not thinking that way. You know what I mean? They just like, fuck, and how do I know the next guy we get, his dad ain't gonna leave or his mom ain't gonna, you know what I mean? So, and you kind of get used to that. And in LA, it's a little different. They don't have the military.
So many militaries.
You know what I mean? Yeah, it's kind of on the skirts. And
there's like 10 fucking bases out here in San Diego.
I know. We got the biggest one. Camp Pendleton is like the biggest in the world.
We got Camp Pendleton, you got Fallbrook, you got Mira Mesa, you got Miramar.
All the way down.
You got fucking the shit by the harbor.
The harbor,
Navy base. All kind of
Coast Guards and
yeah,
shit.
it's fucking crazy. Well, shit, dog, I appreciate your time, bro.
All the time, I do.
I appreciate your energy.
Yeah.
I appreciate getting to let me know about you, letting the people know about you, you know what I'm saying?
All the time.
And we're gonna talk in 6 to 8 months about these 10 projects, man.
I got you. I appreciate the hospitality, my dude. I'm proud of you, man.
Hey,
I'm
man.
proud of you.
Hey, man, we trying over here, man.